Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. It would seem that the Halo series, like the more they start doing the PR rounds, because they've started to ramp it up now, the more they start doing the PR rounds, the more worrying a lot of the content is from those PR rounds. The latest is, we didn't watch the games. We're not interested in the games in any way, shape or form. It's not a selling point, guys. That's not positive. Alright, that sounds real bad. Okay? I don't understand why you would do that. Now, the games is the point of call for a lot of people. It's the entry point to the franchise for the majority of people, in fact. You can start talking about the books as much as you want and everything else, you know, going on. But the games are what got people involved and interested in the property in the first place. It spawned from a game. So to not take any interest in the games seems wholly short-sighted, if you ask me. So we're going to dive into this today, ladies and gents. I've got two things to take a look at. Before we do, please do me a favour. Give the video a like, please do share it, and hit subscribe if you're new here. Side note as well, check out the links in the description box. Follow me over on Twitter, Instagram, and check out my second channel. But let's take a look, ladies and gents. So the first one is actually pretty benign. This is a Deadline article where they spoke with the producers. So Halo executive producers Stephen Kane and Kiki Wolfkill joined actors Pablo Schreiber and Natasha McElhone, Jen Taylor, Olive Gray, and Yerin Ha at Deadline's South by Southwest studio to discuss a new series. We wanted to bring the Halo ethos to a new medium. Now that's really important. Like, just listen to this. This is really important because this corresponds to another article we'll take a look at where they basically outrightly say we're not interested in the games. All right. We wanted to bring the Halo ethos to a new medium and explore this not only deep but wide canon and show audiences worlds beyond what the game is. Again, I'm slowly lowering you into the shit show that I'm about to reveal. The world beyond, the world build in a different way to really bring this amazing canon to life. So based on the video game franchise of the same name, Halo follows Master Chief Pablo Schreiber, a Spartan super soldier working for the UNSC as he fights off invading alien force known as the Covenant. Now we do know that Master Chief is not Master Chief in this. He has his memory wiped and he's on emotional depressants, apparently. Or suppressants, should I say. Although either of those words work. One of the executive producers, Wolfkill, started out working in video games, including Halo 4, before moving to television. I'm much more used to building in virtual worlds, says Wolfkill, but at the end of the day, they are both creative endeavours, and they're both about giving people an opportunity to step in that world. Okay, so we had Jen Taylor, who plays Cortana. Taylor has been the voice of Cortana since the video game franchise began in 2001, and she says, it is in so many ways familiar and yet slightly different. I'm doing performance capture for the show, which is what I have done in the game, and the stakes somehow feel a little bit bigger. As far as everything, the story feels bigger to me and feels somehow broader to me. Yeah, because it's completely different. So Schreiber says, when you're talking about Halo, you're talking about a first-person shooter video game. Again, this is him dropping in. I'm laying it. I'm laying the framework for the, again, absolute shit show I'm about to reveal. When you're asked to be Master Chief, so it's a character that's vague. Oh, right, yeah, you can see what they're doing here. Because you're meant to fill out all the places that are unfilled in that character with your own personality. Not technically true. The character's vague for a reason, right? And he goes through a character arc. Now, that's like saying Judge Dredd is... that's completely redundant. It doesn't make any sense. Now we're making a television show, and we're tailoring the entertainment to the medium. And it's very important to get to know your character and empathise with your character for a long-form television. So rather than focusing solely on Master Chief, the series also dives deeper into secondary characters from the game, such as Dr. Halsey, Miranda Keyes, and new character Quan R. I'm very conscious of how much the fans love Miranda. Her journey isn't explored enough in the games, so I'm super excited for everyone to get to see more of her and different sides of her. We're on a path to doing more with all the characters, says McElhone, and what really makes them tick, what their history is, their motivation, what their worldview is, because they're all very conflicting, and that creates great drama. Oh, great. It feels like a lot of pressure, but I found it really freeing to play someone new, says Ha, and I was just telling a really amazing story about a young girl who is just a badass. Oh, there we go. Badass young girl. But here we go. Here's the worst stuff. Halo Season 1 showrunner Stephen Kane Estimates he wrote more than 265 drafts of the first 9 episodes. That's not... It had to go through that many drafts. That's not a good sign. That speaks to me of studio interference. It speaks to me they don't, have a clear direction. It's not good. Balancing everything from the production's needs, the story notes from Steven Spielberg, to the desire to fold in as much of the mythology as possible. The richness and the depth of the universe was immediately mind-boggling and incredibly exciting, says Master Chief Actor Pablo Schreiber. What it means as a storyteller is that there's already been a huge amount of preparation and groundwork, which they bloody ignore. So Season 1 showrunner Stephen Kane on Master Chief storyline. We're going to tell a story about a man discovering his own humanity. Okay. While the Halo series will draw heavily from the game's mythology, it will chart its own separate storytelling path. The Halo TV series exists in what 343 is calling the Silver Timeline. Basically, we're making this up as we go along. Jen Taylor, who voices Cortana in the Halo games and plays the character in the series via performance capture, says the show is a different kind of beast. Do you want it to be exactly the way you've already played it and already seen it? I'm not sure. No. What? No, but you can still do the same storylines, can't you? You can't just... You don't have to, do a storyline that's 5% different. Again, ladies and gents, I told you this would be a bit of a shit show. We didn't look at the game. We didn't talk about the game. Stephen Kane says, the showrunner. And this is of his prep with the game's developer, 343 Industries. We talked about the characters and the world, so I never felt limited by it being a game. Well, you should have. This was sent to me by that guy on Twitter. What on earth? What do you mean you didn't talk about the game? The Halo showrunner says he gives credit to Microsoft. You can pitch them something brand new, and unless it really complicated them in terms of the canon or the values of the show, they embraced it. Oh, right, so it's only got to piss on it a little bit. With a budget running more than $10 million per episode, the Halo TV series, already renewed for Season 2, is easily Paramount Plus's strongest argument yet that it belongs at the big kids table with Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime Video, and HBO Max. That is actually a substantial amount of money. I'm actually really surprised, to be honest, but cool. Good for them for putting money into it. Shame on them for not following the bloody games. Halo is a swing for a broad audience. Basically, they want more than just gamers, which makes sense, but at least, goddamn, cater to them a little bit. My hope is this expands what the Paramount Plus brand can mean. Showtime co-president of entertainment Gary Levine on the Halo series moved to Paramount Plus. We knew it could really thrive there. No, they just wanted to boost sales. Apparently Season 1 ends with a great cliffhanger. And it's funny as well because like people are like, yeah, calm down. Calm down, calm down. What video game adaptations that followed the games one for one succeeded anyway? What video game adaptation has followed the game beat for beat? Literally none. None have. That's why they failed. None of them have followed. Again, meanwhile, you got Sonic really catering to the fans. Anyway, there you go, ladies and gents. Leave your thoughts down below. Obviously, I'll review it when it comes out, and I will be as objective as possible. But that doesn't really sound that good, does it? Let me know what you guys think down below. Cheers, guys. Take care.